Yeah, that was pretty good stuff, wasn't it, Morris? I'm talking to Morris, somebody in alive. I certainly will. Thank you very much. At least I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Notifications are still working on the tube. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. Something is popping off over on Twitter for me today, and I don't know. I got to go see what it is at some point in time. What happened to Instagram Live? I was just hanging out there for a minute. Wow. Yeah, something went off today. JD Vance on The View was an absolute joke. Yorker, hello. Mariah, hello. Elcro, hello. Arbitus, how you doing? Okay, all right. Some modicum of growth, at least. Arb is fine. I just got a text from the school system, but it's the Shanahan school system talking about how they're making educate easier and are you ready to order? I'm like, never again. Or unless you got some high school kids there we want to talk about. A cheese crisp? What is a cheese crisp? Maybe I know it by a different name. Is that like a cheese it? JD Vance blamed the affordability crisis on Biden yet again on The View. Yeah, they're always going to do that. They are going to do everything they possibly can to convince the American public that almost 2 years into this administration, it's still Joe Biden's fault why things are going up in price. Tortilla and cooked cheese. I mean, sounds like a cheese quesadilla. 41 in the chat and only 9 likes. Let's go, people, says JJ French. Likes would be the heart button. Or is it the heart button or just tapping the screen? Can't remember. Hey, get away from them. Well, Frank was just by your shoes, so I can't guarantee anything. Based on that one, okay, I was going to say based on that one food recommendation, Arb is saying that she has to be either from UK, Australia, or New Zealand, and she replied with, "Nope, it's an Arizona thing." Am I watching the World Cup? Soccer's really not my jam. Do you have a favorite skull in your collection? Well, probably the Cyclops. You usually just see shorts. What do you mean, Kreischer? Afternoon, Ricardo. I heard something interesting on the way home. Presidential historian that wrote the quote. Did you early on? Carrie Claire. You were short clips. Oh, okay. Well, you should watch some of my long clips as well as some of my lives, which are all archived on my page as well for you to see. See, I put 10 new shorts every day on this platform, but I put 15 new long form videos every day. That's 3 minutes or over. You should go check out some of those. Oh no, football? What's this up here? Just subscribed. I will. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon, which is a reminder notification. But when you hit it, it's going to give you a drop down box. Hit all, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video or go live. How's it going? It's going just fine. How's it going with you? What does MAGA mean when they say Biden went to war with oil companies? They think that Joe Biden stopped all oil drilling in the United States of America when he got elected, when exactly the opposite is true. Under Joe Biden, we drilled, we being the oil companies in the United States of America, drilled for more oil than ever before. Did you see the part or the paint peeling in the reflecting pool? Yes, did a video about it earlier today. You'll see it probably tomorrow. Science is not their strong suit. No, it doesn't. It's not. Literally everything he touches, he destroys. Well, that's what I said in my video today. I said, "How the fuck do you own multiple resorts and fuck up pool maintenance?" Jerry, hello, Chris. How you doing? Oh, we got the trolls leaving comments in the videos I can see up here. Kyle Rittenhouse was self-defense. The libtard. What brand of cones do you buy and are they online? I use raw cones, and yes, they are available online. Priest, thank you very much. My live with Joe yesterday. Yes, I actually interviewed Joe a couple of years earlier on my podcast. That video is also available on this channel. You got to do some digging though. Um, and we spoke for about an hour that time. Am I following the World Cup shit? No, not really. Canada is playing Qatar soon. It's after 10 p.m. where I am, picnicking on bed with snacks. Right on, brother. Hey, everyone, and Tom. Reefer is bad. Really? Like, really? Are you political? I talk about politics frequently. I'm not political in the sense that I'm not running for office, nor am I in elected office, if that's what you mean. I don't work on campaigns. I don't help campaigns in any way, shape, or form, but I talk about politics quite a bit. The only bad thing Biden did was wait too long to try and clear the trash Donnie Dimwit left behind. They must be new here. It has to be. Has to be. It's good to see you. Thank you very much. I think we are all political to an extent. Everybody aside from small children have a political opinion on something. I think in this day and age, yes. But a lot of like 20 somethings are still like, huh, what? Monty Mater, what's going on, man? It's a good Thursday. I'm hotboxing myself in a Darth Vader mask listening to your live. Okay, well, just, regulate, you know what I mean? Moderate and regulate. The Iran deal is so horrifically bad that I'm actually thinking they are sabotaging USA's standing in the world on purpose. Is it just me? No, I think it's he literally is this bad at this. He is this bad at this. Biden appointed the wrong AG. Fair enough. Socrates thought democracy was a poor man's government. Have you heard of the secret society of elites with Peter Thiel? I've heard of a whole bunch of different alleged secret societies over the years. Biden turned the White House into a drug house. Biden wasn't the one running the country, and whoever was friggin' sucked. Well, you believe in just any bullshit that's said to you, won't you? Do you think that Joe Biden rigged the election, Kreischer? Are they still doing Scientology raid runs? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm glad people think Biden is some drug lords. This dude says, Wheeler, thank you very much for the $5 tip. I appreciate it. The first donation of the live. Most I ever got in one of these lives was somebody came in and started leaving $100 donations left and right. And then one person matched one of their $100 donations. And by the time it was all said and done with, there was over $700, I think, in there. It was fucking crazy. Just love to see that. Let's see here. Who would you pick in your dream Diddy freak off? I don't want a Diddy freak off. What do you think about the Knicks accepting invite to the White House? Well, the Knicks owner is a huge Trump supporter, so my guess is they're all trying to save their jobs and not catch hell. Why should we give you money? You shouldn't. I'm not asking you to. I was explaining to you how much people did give in one specific live. If you feel like giving a donation, by all means. If you don't, totally cool too. I don't recall ever asking you to give me money. Why did Elon Musk get backlash for being the first trillionaire, though? And probably because he's a Nazi piece of shit that avoids his taxes at all costs. How do you feel about minorities? In what fucking way? What, we're getting some weird questions here today. Lucky for you, no tax on tips. Do you actually believe that there's no tax on tips? Is that, or are you just fucking around? Isn't the owner who Donnie Dimwit sat with during? Yes, that's exactly who it was. I'm wondering if they are going joking, asking these strange questions. Right? I'm just trying to say it. How often do you hear the storm sirens? As often as it gets fucking wild out here. Yeah, I don't know, maybe two or besides the tests that they do on the first Tuesday of every month. Uh, I don't know, two or three times this year, maybe. Was Cash Patel fired? No. Nobody said we needed trillionaires. Elon's richer due to the orange thing squatting in the White House. This must became a trillionaire in part with $38 billion in US government subsidies. How about paying that money back to the Treasury? Your volume is low. My apologies. Unfortunately, I think that's something that can only be cured on your end unless I sound better to you now. Because I just all I did right now was turn my volume all the way up. Did you hear about the UFC drone assassination plot? Yes, I did. And boy, the Secret Service is pissed off at Cash Patel. Pound that heart, says Screwy Louie. Elon Musk? No. Who do you think should be the Democratic nominee in 28? Let's get through the midterms first. Priest? I don't know. I don't know. But no, let's get through the midterms first, and then we'll talk about that. Because somebody might emerge from the midterms that we're not even seeing, like Barack Obama did when he came out of fucking nowhere. You know, there could be some young up and coming star that we haven't quite tapped into yet. There are people on the left that are going to protest vote. I hope it doesn't kill us, right? Like it did a couple times already. You're already over this whole year. Well, we got several months to go. You gotta, you know what I mean? You're only halfway through. We still have all of that 4th of July stuff. We still have the heat of July and August. We got the back to school time of August and into September. Then we enter into the Burr months. Next thing you know, you blink an eye, it's October. Cash Patel has entered the chat. Don't think I'm gonna make it. Yes, you are. We don't need to clear it with anybody's ghosts. No, I did not, Arb. No, I did not. Hey, yeah. No, we're not playing that game, boys. We're not playing that game. Are you in AA? No, I've never liked drinking. Oh, can't stand alcohol. I heard Effingham, Illinois got hit hard. Yeah, they did. We're gonna have to deal with the Charlie Kirk Memorial Week. Oh fuck, man. They are gonna be just intolerable. You know they will, right? Because they're intolerable now. When that week rolls around, fuck me running. What week is that, by the way? I'm curious if that's one of the weeks I'm out of town. When was he, unalived, killed, whatever? Faba, hello. Native Americans reflect on resilience, complex life. September 10th. Gotcha. Okay. I'm in town for that. I think. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in town. The week before that, Tommy and I go see ACDC. Chicken, pork, or steak? In what order do you like them? For what food item are we talking about? Which protein for which? Like if you're talking tacos, of those three, I'm going to take steak first. Then I'm going to take chicken. Then I'm going to take pork. However, you throw in something on the grill, I'm going to take chicken first, then pork, then steak. Damn, ACDC are never going to retire. Yeah, I mean these guys. I don't even know how fucking old they are at this point in time. I've never had a chance to see them. My son has never been to a concert. Period. And we are on the field at Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana, for ACDC. That is going to kick the ever loving shit out of me. First live in a while. Kelly, hello. First concert your father took you to was Quiet Riot. My father didn't take me to my first. Well, no, my father did take me to my first concert. My apologies. It was Beach Boys with Brian Adams. Him and my stepmother went, and then me and my friends wanted to go, and so we kind of tagged along. I have not seen the list of attendees at Peter Thiel's secret retreat in August. I didn't even know there was one, if I'm being completely honest with you. Cane seats popular with bird watchers. Well, we're standing on the field, so trying to change a circuit breaker on my panel without killing myself. Wish me luck. Well, how about you not listen to us if that's what you're engaged activity you're engaged in right now? Yes, my first concert was the Beach Boys in the 1980s, and Brian Adams was the opening act. It was at Poplar Creek Outdoor Music Theater, which no longer exists. It was developed into like commercial or residential units. But yeah, the Beach Boys. It is 4:35. You can just relax. Okay, come on, get. Yes, that is the preferred pop for me. Either that or a Starry. Yeah, Poplar Creek has been gone for years. Google what Poplar Creek has become. Like I said, they developed it. I don't know if it's office buildings or condos. Yeah, anything in that Sprite family. Sprite, 7 Up, Starry. I like any of those. Or from the orange family, I prefer Crush, but I'll drink a Fanta, um, other types of orange pops, and then from there, like I don't hate the dark colas, but I don't prefer the dark colas. So of the dark colas, like Coke and Pepsi are going to be way down the line. Um, a root beer or a Dr. Pepper, I'm fine with. I'd prefer one of these other flavored pops, but I'll do either one of those. I can't do Mountain Dew anymore. Any of their iterations. I used to drink so much Mountain Dew, it's ridiculous. And I can't touch it now. It tastes like battery acid to me now. I don't do ginger ale or any of that stuff either. I don't do cream sodas. Governors are on Ted Cruz, Scott Sent Democrats. Holy shit. Interesting. I should probably look into that. Do I prefer fan or bottle? I don't know. There's something about an ice cold can, a pop, for me that um can't be beat, you know? How to pronounce your name. You want to know how to pronounce my name? Okay, listen, it's not too complicated, but you got to pay attention. Okay, you ready? Legend, 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 legend. Did you watch the grand opening of the Obama Presidential Center? I've been catching clips of it, but I was working all day. Yeah, I am kind of excited for that to open up that campus to open up to the public. I guess it's going to be quite busy for quite some time, but would definitely like to get down there um, and take some footage. Trump is being a complete buffoon, or was being a complete buffoon in France. Yeah, that's his way. Um, he's just a fucking douchebag of an embarrassment of a shit show. You could have pronounced Will Hung as well, but see, I would be lying because I am not. You know what I'm saying? Did Trump really fall asleep during the UFC fight? Is a frog's ass watertight? 80 and dumb. I'm assuming you're talking about Donald Trump. Very few people know that there's a B on the end of dumb. Are you telling us you just discovered there's a B on the end of dumb? Seeing the dirt bikes do flips in front of the White House was peak idiocracy moment. Just absolute fucking trash occupying the White House right now. It would be cool to collaborate with Professor Dave. First of all, explain to me why you believe that would be a cool collaboration, if you don't mind, Kent. Elcro? No, not really. Winnie Bakery has some business clothes. Love your videos. Watch every day. I'm a subscriber. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. The millions to clean up after UFC is being footed by the American taxpayers. Of course it is. The security for the event was footed by the American taxpayers. The cleanup afterwards, the restoration of that lawn, because remember that stage has been sitting on that for weeks. That lawn is going to need to be repaired extensively, which is going to cost a pretty penny. You okay? So that's an interesting. You think that data centers are going to be antiquated in 5 years? Why? YSK, thank you very much for the $2 donation. I greatly appreciate it. Thoughts on Obama's speech in Chicago? He was a phenomenal speech. He shows why he's still got it, and it's a damn shame that all we could get out of him was 2 terms, constitutionally speaking. Did I understand that Trump said we wouldn't have oil left after 3 weeks if we didn't get the deal done? I thought we had an abundance of oil reserves. He's been dipping into the oil reserves, something fierce. I think it was April, maybe it was May, that he took out more oil in a single month from the reserves than any president had ever taken out in any month ever. He has been burning through the reserves. And yes, he did say from the G7 summit, if we don't stop fighting now, we run out of reserves in like 4 weeks. But I think he was talking about global reserves, not specifically US reserves. So it still doesn't help that it just puts too much stress on the overall global market. But I think he was talking about several global reserves that would run dry. We've been tapping into ours fierce, but I don't know if we run out in 4 weeks. Best person to ask for that would be Mr. Global. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Kamala Harris working together on the climate issue. I did not get an opportunity to see that yet. The Democratic Socialist candidate just won the primary for DC mayor. Will Trump try to take over DC? He'll keep talking about it. Who knows? He might actually give it a whirl. I can assure you, Tom, that I am not from Saskatchewan. Well, that's good to know. Doesn't mean that they're not going to still fuck things up. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The only reason they had this reserve was because China stopped buying oil. I don't know why they tapped into it, but I know that they tapped into it something fierce. Are you done with the hairball shit? Jesus fuck, man. Mr. Global was on Capitol Hill testifying before a congressional hearing. Can I eat money? No, you cannot. You heard that ICE is what? Forced labor. First time hearing about it. Yeah, you can burn money for warmth. It won't last very long. I know you guys don't have the server content, but it would just be interesting to hear you guys talk about current issues. You can try going out and buying ribeyes. Is it illegal to eat money? Fuck if I know. I would imagine it's your money. I mean, prediction: the New York Knicks players will show up in tan suits while carrying humongous posters of President Obama. I don't see that happening. A hydrogen power car, yes, and it was like really affordable, like 35,000 or some shit like that. The MAGA historian Trump posted about has a book coming out about Trump's second term. You need to look into this because wow, interesting. Pablo Escobar actually burnt money to keep himself warm. The Dry spell. Oh, it's been a long time for the Bulls. It seems the classy thing would be not to bring attention to it. You know what I mean? And here's the problem: it doesn't matter if the Bulls rip off a string of 4 championships in a row right fucking now. Whoever leads that team to however many championships that they lead that team to will always be second best in Chicago because of Jordan. It's one of the reasons why Tim Duncan didn't want to come to the Chicago Bulls when he was being courted as a free agent. The Chicago Bulls had everything he wanted: a winning tradition, state of the art facilities, the ability to step right in and be the man. But he didn't want to show up to work every day to a building that had a statue of the greatest of all time out in front of it because he could never live up to it. He would always be number two, you know? So, Pistons fan, somebody wants to know who's off tomorrow in the chat. Bad boy for life. As a Chicago Bulls fan, you're going to understand me when I say fuck the Detroit Pistons. I really, really think it's a shame that your football team hasn't won a Super Bowl yet, and they are fucking due. I got no problem with your baseball team. Your hockey team can fuck all the way off, and your basketball team can eat shit and die. Very true, but it's a drive to be better than your. Who's your favorite rapper? Probably a rap group, Run DMC. Tell me how you really feel, Tom. I believe I just made myself perfectly fucking clear. The Detroit Pistons can fuck all the way off. And when they get there to wherever they fucked off to, they can hang a left and continue to fuck the fuck off. Crusher, you are getting way too detailed for me right now for that, my man. You know what I'm saying? This dude's breaking down how a fucking non okay, like literally breaking down how a hydrogen engine works. I don't even know how the fucking engine in my Jeep works. You're like that. You're like that team of eighth grade girls that did the report on the giraffe that brought a live fucking giraffe in for the report. What happened in Ohio? Fuck, what didn't happen in Ohio? Where do I begin? What's going on in Ohio? It's a free range prison camp. Oh, there's somebody in the room that does not know my disdain for the state of Ohio. Yeah, fuck Ohio. I want the Football Hall of Fame moved out of Ohio. I want the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame moved out of Ohio. And then I want the Christmas Story House moved out of Ohio. And then I want the whole fucking state walled off, cameras put everywhere, and the whole goddamn place turned into a free range prison farm. Put the whole fucking thing on pay-per-view and balance the budget. Fuck up with a life sentence, you're not going to prison. You're going to fucking Ohio. Little escape from New York type shit going on, but with the Florida of the North, Ohio. Wall the fucking thing off today. Start laying bricks. Yes, priest, I do. Yes, more astronauts are from the state of Ohio than any other state, which tells you that these people realize how bad Ohio is, how utterly grotesque the state of Ohio is, that they are willing to blast themselves into the unknown on a piece of equipment built by the lowest bidder. Motherfuckers are literally launching themselves off the face of our planet to get the fuck away from Ohio. Conley, how did you enjoy the get together? Oh, really? Did it change to New York? Interesting. Matt, I've never seen anybody with a digital stutter before, but block. Eh. Oh, the whole state is contaminated. Flag blue paint is peeling from the bottom of the reflecting pool. Yes. Um, some people say it's because of all hydrogen peroxide they put in it. Some people say it's because they hired somebody that doesn't really know how to properly treat pools. And some people are saying that it wasn't left to cure long enough before filling it up. It's whatever it is. It's a fucking disaster. And the thing about it is that nobody gave a fuck before he started making a big deal out of it. Just continue to maintain it the way it's been maintained for years. No, he's got to make a big fucking deal out of it and give a $13 million no bid contract to somebody he did business with. Well, Colleen, I mean, they are. They're literally strapping themselves into rockets that people are like, I don't know, we've never really launched anybody into space before, but we think this one will do it. And people from Ohio are going, I'll do it. Yep. Light the fuse, motherfucker. Get me the fuck off this rock. To quote Mr. Burns, we must send hounds. It's the only way to purify Ohio. Release the hounds. How much do I think the regime has burned through as far as federal revenue goes? Oh, hundreds of billions of dollars. I mean, well, at least tens of billions. It gave his own peace initiative $10 billion. Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. I had to take a crap when I got water. Listen, Rick, here's the deal. Not every thought needs to be verbalized, typed, and hit send on. Some you can feel free to keep some shit to yourself. You know what I mean? How long are your lives usually? It varies. What? Make Disney World and Orlando were combined NVS 290. Oh, that's a pump. Jesus Christ. Linda from Minneapolis. No, wake up. I don't. Ohio, Texas, Florida should be permanently walled from the rest of the country. I mean, I'm down with the Ohio part. Texas, I think you just make their own, let them be their own country again. Just boom, you're an independent nation. You have land borders with two nations, and you have access to the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico. You're the nation of Texas again. That one move right there solves all the problems. Gets rid of 50. Is it 55 electoral college votes that are always solidly Republican? I'm aware of your disdain for Ohio. May I ask why? Oh, it's a whole bunch of different reasons over the years. It, too much to articulate here. Trump admin has spent about 5.9 trillion, 2.5 trillion cuts taxes, and added about 8.4 trillion to the national debt, according to Google. Gulf of America, except that's not what it's called. It's called the Gulf of Mexico. It's been the Gulf of Mexico for over 500 years. Some loud humming around electric company in Missouri, Mississippi. My apologies. I don't travel a lot. I mean, we travel a little bit. I don't know where we went. I don't even remember where we went last year. Yes, I am aware that Confederate Memorial Day exists. There are entire social media pages dedicated to the love of the Confederacy and honoring everything that the Confederacy meant and stood for. Should I take a nap? Yeah, priest, you should go take a nap. I got a review on the Gulf of Mexico before Google turned it off. They're playing nice in the sandbox with Trump until he's gone. Now they shouldn't, but they are. Tate Reeves made April Confederate Heritage Month. Jesus Christ. Excuse me, I got to get the dog his food. You hungry? Does it piss you off when you buy something and you expect it to be full, but it's just halfway empty when you open the bag? Always. You're talking about, like chip companies and shit like that selling air? Yeah, of course. It gets more and more aggravating the more and more it happens. Why is MAGA so offended at Juneteenth existing? Because there is a predominant thought process within MAGA that is racist. I mean, there's not everybody in MAGA is racist, but most racists are MAGA in today's day and age. I find the Gulf of America to be false advertising, lousy service, 0 stars. They're racist. That's their thought process. They're racist. There's Democrats that are racist too. I didn't say there wasn't, but it's not as prevalent as it is in the MAGA movement. It just isn't. Sending love from Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. I did not make a video about that today, Chris. No. Watchdog, I think it's leaning more and more like that. Roland Martin does a lot of great work on black issues in MAGA. Most Dems aren't openly racist. Cohen Wiley. Who's Cohen Wiley? Or are you talking to somebody in the room? My apologies if you are. Did you make any content on his hospitalization? No. Just use the Bible to justify their temper tantrums and complaints. 1-year-old that was shot and killed by police. Was that his name? If you haven't, I did a video about that today. If you guys have not heard the story, cops were called to a Walmart because they suspected a woman shoplifted a box of diapers. Cops say that in the parking lot, she drove her car toward him, but the footage from the parking lot shows that she was driving away from him when the cops shot through the car. And when he did so, he shot and killed her 1-year-old son. And uh, I didn't say she shoplifted anything. I said that's what the police got a call for. Whatever the case may be, let's assume for a moment she did. Let's assume for a moment she shoplifted 5 boxes of diapers. There isn't a box of diapers on the fucking planet that's worth the life of a 1-year-old. There isn't. So what we have here is we have another instance where a police officer used extreme deadly violence when it was not necessary, it was not warranted, and now should be brought up on murder charges is what should happen. Dog babies and naked police can all pose a theoretical threat to a cop's ego. How are your local cops? But there's really not any issues to complain about, generally speaking, as far as their day-to-day policing of this town. I don't. But then again, it's a small town, so I don't know. We have 14,000 people here. How have you and the family been? Been fine. Thin blue line flags have been around forever. They're all over towns like this one. Grandson is doing fine. Daughter's doing fine. Hang on a second. Do you think that then there's a shooting warrants charged for murder in that case should be fired? There should be. I don't know. No, I don't think it's every time a cop fires a gun. No, but there's there's video of this, and much like with some of the other high profile cases where there's video of it, you can see that there's no call for what he's doing or what he did. Yeah, it's been a little over a month since he was born. You live in the Wild West. You should fire a gun in any circumstance. Shouldn't fire a gun in any circumstance. Exactly. And you definitely don't just randomly fire into a car that is that's driving away from you. You guys got me for a couple more minutes, then I got to go run a couple of errands and figure out dinner. No, I wouldn't ban explosives. People are now being indicted for protesting ICE. I saw that. I saw that. A truly frightening development for people that are out there and protesting anything at this point in time. Pork chops fried in lemon with lemon bits and garlic olive oil. No, see, it's going to be more like a while I'm out running errands type of thing. I'm going to grab something and bring it back. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be pork chops fried in lemon with lemon bits and garlic olive oil, which sound amazing. Your country has too many guns and laws to protect the retention of them. Yeah, the toothpaste is kind of out of the tube here. There is it is estimated that there exists 1.4 guns for every person, man, woman, and child in this country. And that's the ones that they're officially kind of counting. Chicago dogs, come on, man. We have class. How can the gun show loophole be remedied? A federal law needs to be passed that includes all person to person private gun sales to run through the background system, which is currently not required by federal law. So it's left up to the states. And with it being left up to the states, over 30 states, 32 or 33 states have determined they don't want to run private sales through a background check. So you can walk into a gun show and buy a gun off of a collector at a booth without even giving your fucking name. Oh, yeah, I know you can 3D print a gun. I did landscape work for a guy in another town here close to here, who was a big AR-15 guy, and he had over 120, I think, home 3D printed AR-15s. Now you guys are making me hungry. All right, I got to get going. You guys take it easy.